Want to speed up your journey freelancing as a digital marketing assistant? Today, I have one of my students, Ashley Sun, sharing what she's learned in the last 2 years working remotely as a virtual digital marketing assistant. Hey, I'm Emily Reagan. I train virtual assistants how to be highly paid, highly prized marketing assistants. I'm all about positioning yourself as a go-to expert, as somebody who can charge higher rates and command higher project rates when you do marketing work, and being able to step into your client's business and execute their marketing strategy and their marketing plan. So we're talking about doing the marketing work behind the scenes, getting in the marketing mailroom, and then growing your business to where you're taking on more. There's a lot of options that can come with that. The reason I like marketing is because it is more flexible and it pays higher than a traditional virtual assistant title that we're all familiar with, that really is kind of vague and doesn't really mean anything. So I like owning and claiming a real job title within a specific department and then working your way up. Marketing is really fun, part creative, part analytical. You also don't have to have a four-year marketing degree. We're all very social media savvy, but there's a whole back end when it comes to content marketing, email marketing, SEO, funnels, and affiliate marketing. And that's the stuff I teach inside my Unicorn Digital Marketing Assistant School. So today I have my friend Ashley Sun. She went through our cycle 1 of the Unicorn Digital Marketing Assistant School as a freelancer. She's a former hairdresser, military spouse, and mom of 4. And so she was looking for work that she could do and move with her. If you're a military spouse, you get it. You're PCSing, and it's really hard to start over, especially if you're something like a hairdresser where it's all about your network, and then you have to get recertified for every state. So right now, Ashley is working with 2 different clients. She's doing a lot within their businesses, a mix of operations and marketing. So first, before I go further, make sure you download my services guide. These are my top 10 marketing services that I offered as a freelancer. I've been doing the same work as a military spouse and mama for too. And I now train and teach people how to do the work, how to impress their clients, get into businesses, and help clients grow, nurture, and sell to their audiences. So my Unicorn Digital Marketing Assistant School teaches the services and help you set up your business so you can take on paying clients and be confident. And then I have the Digital Marketers Work Group where you can continue advancing, figuring out your niche and your specialty, working on the back end of your business, and tapping into our client leads where we've shared more than 2,000 different job ops. So I brought Ashley in to share her journey to help speed it up for you when it comes to lessons she's learned in the last 2 years. This is a full podcast episode over on my podcast, Unicorns Unite. You'll find the link below. Just go ahead and click on that if you want to dive further. We talk about what she's learned with her clients, boundaries she's learned. We've had some really good coaching moments, and we can't squeeze it all into this YouTube video. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and you won't miss another YouTube video here on the channel to help you grow a freelance business that gives you flexibility, gives you time freedom, and gives you wealth. I'm all about giving women options, dusting off your skills, transferring what you did in your past work life into the online space so you can work remotely. All right, let's jump in. How did you get your first clients? Like, what did that look like for you?
So my first client came out of the work group. I applied for a social selling job. It was fine. She was great, but she was like one of those people that didn't really know what she wanted or what she needed. And it was kind of just like crazy. And she had a client that needed help. So she referred me to my current client, Cordelia. And her and I have been together ever since. We just hit like our 2-year mark, and it was awesome. And I love her so much. So that would be how I found my first official client.
What would Cordelia say about you and her business? Like, if she were to describe you behind your back, like, what do you think she would say?
I mean, she tells me a lot. Like, I couldn't do this without you. She calls me her wing woman to all of her, her clients. And I mean, genuinely, we just have such a strong bond, and we would literally do anything for each other.
Yeah. So what kind of things have you helped her do, just to paint the picture for someone who's listening who might not have done this before?
It's really hard to even say. Like, if you can think of it, I've probably done it for her. I kind of did like an overhaul on her whole client system. I set up, in the beginning, we had someone help set up Dubsado for her, but now I fully run that for her, and I can do all the things inside of Dubsado. And I help her upkeep with her clients. I am her cheerleader on the sidelines saying like, no, we are not charging this much for a speech. You need to like triple that because that's not what you're worth. I do the research for her. I help her with social media. I help her with social media strategy.
Yeah, and she's looking for that partner to just help her out. Like that's what I find people needing is that strategic partner, that entrepreneur just to support them because there's a lot going on.
Pretty much every client that I've had is based off like a referral. Minus the first one, it's kind of everyone just like pushed them at me and I'm like, okay, sure. So Natasha actually referred me to my other current client that I have, Candy. When I came into Candy's life, it was a dumpster fire. Not her, but like
Yeah.
her business situation was a dumpster fire. She had a marketing manager that was working for her. And I come in and she's telling me all these things. I'm talking with the person that's helping manage her business, and all I see are red flags. Like really big red flags. I had been doing this for a while, but like we all struggle with that imposter syndrome. So it's like,
Mhm.
I don't really know what I'm talking about. But like deep down, you really do. Like, you know.
Yes.
Sitting there, I was thinking, like, I don't think this is how this is supposed to work. Like, I don't think you're supposed to have all of her domain logins and she doesn't have any of them.
Like she
I don't
owns
think you're,
them, right?
yeah, like everything that she's supposed to own, she doesn't own. She has no access to her website. She has no access to anything. None of her business assets were hers.
Oh my
And I
God.
was like, hey, so this isn't how this is supposed to work. And I know you've only known me for 5 days. Uh, but we have some things to talk about because this is not how this is supposed to work.
You've been taking on these client projects and getting your hands dirty with marketing and building up to this moment so you would be prepared. Like, I don't think
Yeah.
Ashley 2 years ago could have supported Candy right now. Do you think you could have handled it 2 years ago?
I
Walk all
probably would
over.
have sent her your hire a unicorn link and been like, go find someone because you
Yeah.
need someone that's not her, but I couldn't do it.
Yeah. You weren't
Um,
ready.
no, but I will say, and not to toot my own horn, like I have grown so freaking much in 2 years. It's insane. And honestly, like I would not be here without you. There's no chance. It would have taken me forever. Your course and your support and all of the things. That's why I'm here. And that's why I can have boundaries and, be able to tell clients when they're wrong. And I have a lot of confidence and I wouldn't have it without you.
What other wins have you had since starting this journey of freelancing?
I think some really big wins is like getting to meet new people, getting to learn all these new skills, and getting to encourage other people to do what we do. Because it's seriously the most freeing thing on the planet to just be like, I know my worth. That's what I'm going to charge. My kids have practice. I'm not going to work. Like, it is seriously so freeing to be able to just decide what you're going to do and not have to answer to anyone else. It is the best feeling. I think the confidence thing is like one of the biggest wins because 2 years ago, I was panicking every 5 seconds. Like, I can't do this. I can't. Everyone sees that I can't do this. I'm learning all these things on my own. And because of the experience that I've gained, it's just coming so much easier. So I think it's really great.
So where were you at when you started this work? Like, what were you really looking for? Money, work, brain engagement, being on a team?
I definitely wanted to make money for myself and, just feel like I want to contribute, but like I wanted to be more than just mom. I wanted to be more than just the housekeeper or the chef or the counselor or, like I wanted something for myself and I'm super grateful and I absolutely love what I do and
Oh
I
my,
wouldn't change it for anything.
oh my gosh, I love it. Do you have a vision of where you might take this?
Candy is really taking off with her radio show and I would love to I want to help her make, 6 figures. I just want to be that person that people can go to and be like, my business is broken. Can you fix it? Yes. Yes, I
Yeah.
can.
Yeah. And I'll
That's
make
my
you,
favorite. Like I want to be a big enough name for myself that people will, seek me out to fix their problems because I love being like, where are we? this is where we can go.
What have been some of the lessons you've learned along the way that might speed it up for somebody else?
I have learned that even though it's intimidating, you can do it. You absolutely can. Google's your best friend. The work group would be your best friend. There are so many people out there, especially in the work group, that you just be like, hey, like, I don't know how to do this. Guide me in the right direction. Boom. 10 people comment and you're on your way. Having faith in yourself that you're going to figure it out and you got it, and like not giving up. Like, shit's going to get hard, but you can't stop, because I promise you, if I can get where I'm at in 2 years, so can anyone else, because I didn't have any experience with what I was doing. And like, you can easily just figure it out. Obviously, Emily's course is a really great jumpstart to that, because yeah, I probably wouldn't be here. It would probably take me an additional like year and a half if I was doing it on my own to get here. And I even still, like, I'll still go back to the course and be like, what the hell was I supposed to do? Like, how do I do that? And then I go back to UDMA course and I'm like, just kidding, I know. I think the other biggest thing is learning to have boundaries.
Any parting words for somebody who might be thinking about joining the Unicorn Digital Marketing Assistant School and investing in themselves in like a whole new like future career?
Yeah, don't hesitate. Just like jump right in and do it, because it will probably change your life.
Awesome.
Doing what we do is the best thing ever.
What do you think has been the most important part of your success?
The education. Honestly, like knowing what you're doing and knowing how to do it is definitely an empowering moment when no one can do it better than somebody else.
All right, this is so good. We have more on the full podcast episode over on Unicorns Unite. You'll find the show link below. And I encourage you to enroll in the Unicorn Digital Marketing Assistant School if you need to learn services, if you need to build your confidence, if you want to be in a situation like Ashley, where you can come into a business and tell your clients what to do and know what's working, what's wrong, and what could be better. And if you're already freelancing and this was insightful and you realize I need to be surrounded with those who are high achievers with high integrity, who are really building a name for themselves as a go-to expert, then please apply for our Digital Marketers Work Group. It is a membership where we do advanced trainings, we do mixers and networking, and we share job leads and referrals. We would love to have you. It's application only. Get your application in now, and we'll let you know next time we have an open enrollment. All right, see you next time.